description of the working model and how sometimes they are prone to corruption.
Yes, to be frank, customs actually, or for that matter, this GRA, the new concept, is very good, but naturally they are underpaid money somewhere through any means. By all means, you join. That is why the perception from the public that customs are officers, yes, some are just rotten, because I have, in my experience in customs, when they employed new ones, they target with the old people. Maybe I might have worked for 25 years. What I will have, you coming in cannot have it. So when they come, they try to copy, and that is where the agents are able to penetrate them. So the main problem is how we employ our staff.
Explain to us, how are they able to penetrate the custom officers?
Oh, they give them money. If your salary is about 1,000 and they can simply give you 5,000 just for a weekend, why can't they penetrate? It's everywhere.
And what do they do in response to this penetration? How are they able to help the agents?
Oh, definitely if someone gives you a very good weekend and he wants you to bend down, he will do it. Just a few, but the rest will do it.
No, I just want to understand how they bend down. How is it done? How are they able to help the agents? By what means?
Oh, that one, I think about some 3 years back, the finance minister instituted a task force known as Special Operations Unit. I was the head. The main purpose was to track down this bend down process. But when I started, big wish climbed on me and I have to succumb and came to Parliament. So I came to Parliament just because I have something for the nation. The revenue, I'm telling you that with time, I'll give them all, the country, all the intricacies involved in what they're doing. It will stop. I'm telling you, revenue, corruption will stop.
Is this serious and widespread?
Oh, it's everywhere. Everybody wants, even you, my friend Elton, if they give you a form to join Ghana Revenue Authority, ask you choose where you go. You would like to go to Tema or Takoradi, especially the entry points. You would like to go there because that's the percentage. It's clear. Everybody knows that if you are working at Tema, you are a money man.
And the big men within custom, they are aware of this?
This one, I am aware of it. I don't know whether they are aware. Maybe.
And have you raised this with your managers? Have you informed them of the tricks and the loopholes within the system that allow custom officers to, help agents evade tax?
I have always advocate for this. I have made even the government to understand in 2011. That's prompted the former finance minister to institute that Special Operations Unit.
What was your tax?
Oh, my tax was to collect and account revenue for the nation and to check these recalcitrant agents at the port to make sure that they don't undervalue, they don't suppress invoice values, they don't misdescribe goods, and that's what I was doing.
And did you face challenges along the way?
A lot of challenges.
Tell me about them.
Some of the challenges I faced was even the DICs. I don't know what they are doing.
DICC?
Destination inspections. What are they doing? We have competent men trained to collect revenue for the country. Then a company will come and tell you that I have to give you values. Then they take a percentage out of it. My brother, is it fine? Will it be good that you tell your wife?
Then it's serious.
Serious.
Is this the main reason why you resigned from custom to become a member of parliament?
Oh yes, I couldn't contain what is happening there.
What is happening there?
I told you, corruption. I couldn't contain it, and my principles are different from others. So to avoid big shots to put me on their table and discuss about me, I decided to come to parliament so that I can make laws.
In several measures government have put in place to address this particular issue of corruption, loopholes within the revenue, system. Are you saying that all these measures have not worked?
Yes, it will not work because after putting the person there, they are not able to protect him. I was placed there, but I was not protected at the last minute.
Well, we got in touch with SEP's top officials who only acknowledge some efforts being taken to deal with corruption, but will not readily comment on the MP's allegations. Join us on the line right now is Nelson Abudu himself, MP for Daboya Mankarigu, who is working to expose what he considers to be deep-seated corruption, especially at Tema Harbour. Thank you, sir, for your time. So, have you made any real progress in bringing this to the attention of the President and the Speaker as you intend to?
Oh, yes. Yes, I'm here to do it.
We understand that you have a whole dossier compiled based on your experience with SEPs.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting some feedback in the background.
Yes, my brother. I told you I have worked in customs for 25 years.
I'm getting some feedback in the background. You want to turn down the volume of your radio set or the TV set so we can have
thank you very much.
So we can have a conversation in real time. Thank you, sir.
You know, my brother, I got touched when the president was, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama was presenting the State of the Nation's address, and he mentioned that the Ghana Revenue Authority and other agencies have been tasked to help raise taxes and non-taxes revenue for the level that will benefit our emerging lower income country status. This I was touched. I know that the president, in his own wisdom, needs money to develop this country. And looking at the threat, a nation can thrive when it has a good tax clearing this mechanism. I know it's not easy. Like I was being interviewed by your colleague. It's not easy that people who want money can penetrate into custom officers and then give them money and they succumb to.
From what you said,
if you don't do it, you will whisk away from there where you are. So that is why people have the perception that custom officers are corrupt. And like I told you, it's not all of them. Most of the officers are 100%. At least 99% of custom officers are very clean. They want to work. It's not all of them who want to be indulged in taking small monies and then allowing goods to go. But this time, I'm telling you, I want to sit up because I will not allow the late President John Evans, as Mills did, he had to go to the port himself. This time, I think President John Mahama has an eye there. That is why I'm there. I'm in the parliament.
Let me ask you, one of the things you mentioned is that this corruption that we've been talking about does not only have to do with ordinary everyday workers as SEPs, but some top officials also, some of them you accuse of actually interfering in your work and making it difficult, for which reason you resigned, correct?
Yes, not that I'm accusing them. I'm not accusing any top official. I'm only talking about how, if you are not at some level, you cannot put your foot down in revenue collection. Just even imagine, like I said the other time, that even Zacchaeus, when Jesus went to the tax collector's house. So it's not easy. Collecting tax is the most difficult assignment that you can give to a person. So it won't be easy. I know tomorrow the budget will be presented, and that is where I'll come out. I know by all means the minister will tackle or he will touch on the revenue mobilization for the state. This is the time I have to put my expertise. You know, the Commissioner General has been a custom officer, so he knows what is happening. He knows what is happening, and I think he will be the best commissioner we'll ever have. And with me at Parliament, I think any other inputs that I'll have, I'll make sure that I give to him. So
we'll come back shortly and talk about your efforts to get this to the President and to the Speaker as well. Kindly hold the line for me briefly, because we can now also speak to the Executive Director of the Ghana Integrity Initiative, Vitus Azim. Thank you, sir, for your time. Now, we've been speaking about corruption within SEPs, especially at our ports and harbors, for some time now. Why do you think the problem still remains despite all the interventions?
Well, the problem remains because those who are supposed to take action are not taking action. So they don't have the will and the commitment to tackle the problem head on.
When you say those who are supposed to take action, who are you referring to specifically?
Well, I'm referring to the top hierarchy of customs. If there are people who have risen along the ranks, they probably were also experiencing this thing and probably benefiting from it. And so they probably do not even see anything wrong with it. That's one thing. And so if they don't see anything wrong with it, they will not be committed to taking the appropriate action. But the other thing is that if you're a smart person engaged in corruption, you definitely want to grease the hands of people along the line who can take some action against you. So you cannot also rule out the fact that those on the ground, day-to-day workers, are probably not also making some other people who they don't see they're benefiting from this exercise. Otherwise, there should have been some drastic action taken against this.
Let me ask you then.
There's a third force. Like if it leaves the customs and then it goes, for example, the Anas case, it goes to court. It's no longer within the customs to take action. But then, the judiciary too has a role, and they may not also be willing, not be taking the necessary action on this case.
Briefly, based on what you've said, obviously, we know now that some top officials are involved, conniving with those who they supervise to indeed dupe the state. And obviously, because the lack of action from their side, who should step in right now and clean up the system?
Well, we have the Commissioner General, as the gentleman said, who was in the customs, and that he knows all the things. So what are we waiting for? If he knows and he's not taking action, then somebody else has to take the action, and then it goes up to the presidency.
Okay.
The final body in this country. If the Commissioner General knows and he's not taking action, unable to take action or unwilling to take action, then the superior person has to take action.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir, for your time. That's Vitus Azim. Final word to you, Mr. Abudu. So when do you intend to formally write to the president with this dossier capturing all the corrupt practices that you uncovered?
Very soon, after the budget.
Okay.
You know, as soon as they present budget, some people too go to present their own budget. And it is that point that I'll be writing. In fact, you know, like I told you, the Commissioner General is an experienced man. I'll first of all take up this matter with him so that he would put measures to stop some of these malpractices at the port.
In other words, if you don't get a response from there, then you move to the president.
Yes, from there.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for your time. That's Mr. Nelson Abudu, MP for Daboya Mankarigu, joining us to talk about what he believes, what he's uncovered as a former head of the Special Operations Unit within SEPS to be deep-seated corruption within the service. You want to join us in 15 minutes on Newstime because we'll be bringing you further exclusives on this particular developing story, but also we have exclusive details for you as far as some health risks associated with one key abattoir is concerned, and officials are responding. They want action. You'll join us for those details exclusively on Newsnight. My name is Evan Spencer. Top Story is brought to you by Bond Financial Services, your success, our passion, Belacra Mineral Water, the new generation mineral water. It's also brought to you by Lifebuoy, still 100% better germ protection, as well as Blue Rose Limited, shelter for all.